or as such, I don't have any odor. I only had to use one for the day. I stayed dry so long, I forgot I was on my cycle. I typically have horrible cramps, but I don't have any cramps at all, or my cramps have been severely reduced. Guys, fellas, some of the testimonials are, it has shortened the time of my feminine flow.
Oh, wow.
If you ladies normally on this, brother smiling, you're smiling so hard, oh my goodness. Guys, my wife is typically, she's not too heavy, but she usually goes about 6 or 7 days. Now she's 4 to 5 days. Yes. Some of the testimonials, guys, are that the odor was gone, the cycle was shortened, the cramps were lessened or completely going away. I mean, it's amazing. And time again, everywhere we go, we're hearing the same type of testimonials. Let me explain some of the science to you as to how it helps with the cramps. Negative ions come from God. When there's a thunderstorm, waterfall, guys, or ocean, that's a negative ion environment. How do you typically feel during those in those environments? Relax, at ease, no matter what's going on. If it's a thunderstorm, you feel even more relaxed. You know, you want to cuddle. You just feel better, right? It helps, guys, with your energy. One of the things that we also found out, it helps ladies with your pH balance, okay? So scientifically, what happens when the negative ions help the uterus to relax, because the cramping comes from the contracting of the uterus. So if the uterus is relaxing and the cramping is lessening, it's allowing the flow to just come on out. So that's how the period cycle has been lessened for maybe 5 to 7 days and maybe 3 to 4 days. That makes sense. Also, this inside layer right here, guys, this is nothing more than polymer. Polymer is what's used inside of baby diapers. You ever see a little man running around, diaper about 2 inches from the ground? It look like it's about 12 pounds. Right, you can smell man, but he's not leaving a trace of anything because he held everything, right? So we're going to take this and put it inside of the cup with the most amount of water. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the last layer, do you see these holes? Why do you think those holes are there? Ventilation. Why is that important, ladies?
Keep away the bacteria.
Keep away the bacteria, help you stay cool, which will help you stay dry, right? Anybody with foot pain on the front row? Feet hurt? That happens sometimes. Anybody feet hurt right now? You in the back? Okay. Mr. Clark, or young lady, somebody want to give this to this young lady? Just have to put it in your shoe, ma'am. I never throw them away. I always put them in my shoe. Guys, we have testimonial after testimonial of people who are putting a little strip in their shoe and the pain has gone away. I only know that because I put them in my shoe. Okay? If you notice a difference, by the time this is over, let us know. If you don't, forget about it. Okay? I'm sorry. So this young lady on the front row says, am I saying it reduces inflammation? All I'm saying is I put it in my shoe and it helped take the pain away.
It must be neutralizing free radicals.
I don't know. All I say is, guys, do your independent research. This bottom layer, you see these little runway strips? You see those lines? This is porous, guys, so that it can breathe. Why is that important? Ventilation, more air. You know what I love about this bottom layer? It's also lined with what? What is that? Cotton. More cotton, guys, from the top all the way to the bottom. Okay? This material is biodegradable, meaning it's environmentally friendly. Now, Exhibit A has been in here for how long? Maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes? Okay. Exhibit B, how long?
Couple minutes.
Let's help them out. Let's help out our competitor. Guys, we're talking about 5 to 10 times the absorbency rate. The young ladies that I've had a chance to meet that have extreme cycles, like you, ma'am, they say they can't wear clutches during that time of the month because their sanitary napkin is the size of a diaper and it won't fit. They tell me stories like when they walk, because the pad is so thick, it's whoosh, 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 whoosh. They tell me things like, we ask each other, Demond, can you hear me when I walk?
Can you see it?
Can you see it?
Can you see it when I walk?
You change your whole wardrobe.
Change your whole wardrobe,
wardrobe.
which means it changes your life. It changes your lifestyle. There are certain events that you can't go the way that you want to because there are certain things that you cannot wear because you don't know what might happen. I'm hearing Demond, when we go to certain people's homes, we've been so embarrassed. We've been in boardroom meetings where we didn't want to get up till everybody left because we soiled the seat. These are the type of things that we're hearing in these focus groups. Ladies, I want to hear about it a little bit. Has anybody ever had that happen to them?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, the elevator. Wow.
Not even happen, just the thought that it might happen, you'll wait, you'll just sit there. It might not be, but you think it will be.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Or in the
4
summertime,
times every week.
like wear a sweater around your neck. So just in case you have an issue, you can tie it around your waist so you can get home. Some fashion statements
That's
are not
what you
just
do. Exactly.
I think they are.
It's a necessity.
So
There
this
you
whole
go.
time of the month, it affects your lifestyle. It
Oh,
affects
yes.
everything.
But it affects it. But if I'm grown, but my daughters have it, so and they look younger, so it's worse for them.
Do you teach your daughter personal hygiene? Unfortunately, ma'am, everybody does it. You got a lot of babies having babies. And those babies are at school wearing the same sanitary napkin all day. They have bad odors. People are teasing them, making fun of them. They're having challenges. And it's not cool, guys, at all. It's a very horrible experience for a lot of little girls throughout and women throughout their lives. That little thin day pad that you just saw that absorbed all this water, that's the smallest sanitary napkin. Guys, we have a night pad. We have a nighttime extra long with wings that will probably take
You said a nighttime.
Would that give you a peace of mind? What did you say, ma'am? You said just the thought that it could happen, you want to be prepared.
But I wear the nighttime extra long during the day. So I wear those that's supposed to be for overnight. I wear those during the day. So
Or either, like, I won't go to bed without a tampon on with the pad. I can't.
yeah, you gotta do that anyway.
So you can't run the risk.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but that also helps women who after they have a baby, they, you're familiar with you have the urination by accident you laugh and because it's not contacting or I don't know how you say it. But when you have a baby,
The muscles don't contract back.
that also helps for that too.
You know what we have for that? Penny liners. With the same negative ion technology. See, we have a lot of women that say, well, I don't have that time anymore. I don't need it. But the penny liners, guys, with the negative ions, remember, it helps to keep the bacteria down. It helps to keep you dry. And it also helps with your pH balance. Right? And so we have something for everybody 365 days out of the year. Okay? So, that's the demonstration, guys. Really, we're done with the exception that we want to be, considerate as you guys have came so many hours away to answer any questions that you might have. Okay? But before we do that, I want to bring to the front of the room a gentleman that, guys, is hugely responsible for a lot of the momentum that we have today. See, there's nothing like a team, guys. There's nothing like people who understand where their gifts and talents lie, and they stay in that lane. See, this gentleman and I, we don't want to be behind the desk. We like to be in what we call the jungle. We like to be where the action is with you guys. Because you're going to be the ones giving us the feedback. You're going to be the ones letting us know where we can improve and how we can be better. Okay? This gentleman, guys, has been in the industry of direct sales and network marketing for a little bit over 10 years. He has broken records everywhere he has gone. This gentleman in a company that I was a part of, guys, at one point I was the second fastest to reach the rank, and a very elite rank in that company. Took me 8 months to do it. This gentleman came to the company. He broke my record by doing it in 28 days. Not only did he do it in 28 days, a good friend of his that he brought into the business out of Detroit went that same rank the very next day. Wow. This gentleman has a phenomenal launch strategy that as we start doing trainings across the country, you're going to hear these strategies on how he was able to compress the time frame, because that's what happened. Same results in a shorter amount of time. How many of y'all would like to get the same results or better in a short amount of time? This gentleman left that company, went on to pioneer the launch of another company where within his first 30 days, guys, there were over $50,000 a month in income as a master distributor. Not only does he understand the work that takes place in the jungle, but he understands the work that takes place in corporate. I want you guys to give a thunderous round of applause for a visionary by the name of Mr. Demond Crawford. Give it up, guys. Everywhere we go, everybody, they see him when he's with me. They don't want to take no pictures, nothing with me, and they love this guy. Anybody here familiar with Power?
Yeah.
Well, he's the ghost of network marketing. Smooth, give it up to Demond. I'm going to just let it be a few minutes. I don't see what you can say after seeing that. I have to be honest. He's giving me credit for being a visionary, but he's truly the visionary. Let me tell you why. When we were putting the projections together for the company, Mr. Gill, we were projecting that we were only going to bring 3,000 people in the first month. 3,000. We were like, we're going to 3,000. This was the projection. He's at the meeting once he's shaking his head. He says, "No, man. No, I don't agree with y'all." And we're like, "Hold on, Demond. We don't want you to get overboard. We understand thinking big." "No, I don't agree." Here's what he said. He says, "We're bringing in 50,000 the first month." I almost fell off my chair. I'm being honest with you. He said, "No, we're going to do 50,000. I said, "Well, Demond, okay, no problem." Then he calls me a few days later. I'll never forget. I'm sitting at home on my sofa. He says, "Listen to me." He says, "Man, I need you to believe with me, man. You out here with me. You need to